Back, everybody. Time for Ask the Expert. 9:16 coming up on 9:17. Our good friend Michael Cox is here from the Scottish and Irish store. If you have questions about the things we're going to talk about, or just questions in general, feel free to ask them. 613-789-6559, extension 2803. You can email us questions, Facebook us questions. I know people have questions, Michael, because we're going to talk about renting kilts and outfits and the like.
Else, that's right, yeah.
But you know what? I've recently returned from Scotland and Ireland.
And you know, I'm always impressed when working with you, what extent you go to get background material. When
that was the purpose of my trip.
That's impressive. Very impressive.
Actually, it was my first time in either country, and both are fabulous. I mean, outstanding places to visit.
Excellent. And I'm sure you saw in Scotland a few people wearing kilts.
Indeed, I did.
It's amazing how much the popularity has increased in Scotland, where you're thinking
You're right.
it would be.
Well, matter of fact, one of the hotels we stayed at in Troon, the gentleman, the head doorman, wore a kilt and or a full-on outfit with pants or whatever every single time I saw.
Yeah, you're seeing more and more of the hotels going to that to create the Scottish environment, the atmosphere.
I think it's good for business.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, and it's nice to see.
Exactly, and as a matter of fact, we sell so many packages now with the kilt packages. It's amazing how popular it is in Canada, especially in Ottawa.
Who's buying them? Because obviously there's a lot of people with Scottish heritage and so on, but they're wearing them enough to want to purchase it.
Well, that's just it, and there's quite a range in the demographic. So you get guys in their 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s coming in and saying, you know what, I want to wear a kilt. And the smartest way to do it, we put together a package. So, of course, in the package, you've got your kilt.
Yep.
So just put one here is an 8-yard kilt.
Is that a Stuart tartan?
This is a Royal Stuart, that's right. So it's the Queen's tartan, so that's it. But you can see here in the back that this is the skill of a kilt maker. So that every kilt, this is an 8-yard, everyone's got the pleats the same distance apart, same depth, quite deep, and the pattern is unbroken. So that's the skill, and it fits
tough,
too.
Eh?
Yeah, that's it. So that's a thing in the kilt. So that's an 8-yard one,
right?
And which is we usually be the package.
Yeah.
And then of course, then you'll get your kilt hose, the socks,
right?
Kilt pin,
yes.
Your belt buckle,
yes.
Ski and Do, which is your sock knife that goes in the sock,
right?
The sporran, which this one's made of sealskin. It's getting harder to get from Edinburgh because the EU ban,
right?
EU, and so everything goes in there. And they have a chain strap that goes on it.
Right.
And then, of course, you've got your ghillie brogues. I won't put the shoes on the table because that's bad luck.
No.
So these are the ghillie brogues.
It is bad luck.
And they're laced. That's why they're called ghillie, because it's the lace. And then, of course, you've got your jacket and vest. I've got an Argyle jacket, vest. So a business suit attire.
Right.
And then I've actually got my son here, Brendan, who will sample
Brendan's got the full deal on too.
He's got the Prince Charlie jacket and vest. And this is actually what we do for our rentals. So this one is the Maple Leaf tartan, which is now Canada's national tartan, which was done last year. So Brendan's got everything here. So he's got the bow tie, jacket, vest, sporran, Ski and Do, socks. Of course, he's got the ghillie brogues on, the flashes, which hold up your socks.
Right.
And he's all set to go. And we do a lot of rentals now.
Okay, he's all set to go where?
To a nice wedding. We've even got young guys coming in for their proms. We'll come in with the kilt rentals and do the kilt for the prom.
You know why? Because it looks great, and it's a cool thing to do, I think.
That is true elegance.
I know a lot of fellas who are getting married or have, well, in my case, I know, guys who are parents of kids getting married this year, and anyone with Scottish heritage of any sort.
That's it.
Is deciding on a kilt for the fellas in the wedding.
Oh yeah, and the thing is, it just contributes to the whole atmosphere. We have people that come in that have very little Scottish heritage, but they just like the idea of the kilt, and it just changes the whole look. And sometimes the brides are always a little fearful that the groom or the guys look better. You can't. It's the bride's day. She'll always look fantastic.
Along those lines, is there any sort of decorum when it comes to that? Like, I don't have to have any Scottish blood in me to dress the part?
You know, that's the thing, is that it's anybody really can wear a kilt. The old traditions are, well, you got to have Scottish connections, but you know what?
So no really Scotsmen are going to get mad at me, right?
No, I mean, there's 5,000 designed tartans now around the world. I mean, I said the FBI has a tartan, RCMP, RCF. We got the national tartan. All the provinces have a tartan.
The FBI has a tartan?
The FBI has a tartan. Yeah. U.S. Navy, U.S. Marines have tartans. It's Ottawa Senators. We have a tartan for the Ottawa Senators. So,
thanks to you.
Yeah, there's a lot of things. So I said the rental is great. And I said it's very easy to do. People can go to either store, just come in, get sized, set the date. We'll get everything ready so when they come in on usually it's for the weekend, so they come in on the Friday.
Right.
Everything's ready for them to pick up. We'll go through quickly on how to put the kilt on, a few little things, how to sit down. Simple as it sounds, it is a little bit of a trick. And then they just drop it back off on Monday. Yeah, as you know, you've got a kilt on.